Never heard of that in my life. Spielberg doesn't have the rights to Jaws. In other words, the studio owns it. How he got that, I don't know, which means I have to beg him. Can I do this? Can I do that?
I really want to speak to the fact that I've had some challenges in the last couple of years myself. And ultimately, I believe that suffering leads to salvation.
And at a certain point, I realized, hey, wait a second, it's so easy to lose Jim Carrey. Who the hell is Jim Carrey?
Well, I'm retiring, but...
No.
Yeah, probably.
Are you being serious or are you screwing with me?
I'm being fairly serious.
Despite being one of the most successful stars of the 1990s, Sylvester Stallone has faced challenges within the Hollywood industry. His experiences serve as a cautionary tale for other established actors, including Jim Carrey, who may be at risk of similar obstacles. Sylvester Stallone's recent experiences within the Hollywood industry serve as a cautionary tale for other established actors, including Jim Carrey. Given their shared history of overcoming significant challenges to achieve success, Stallone's warning holds particular weight. One of the most notable examples of this is Stallone's removal from the Creed franchise, a surprising development for an actor who had been so closely associated with the series. Stallone's advocacy for those speaking out against Hollywood's alleged indoctrination of the public may have contributed to his difficulties within the industry. His outspokenness could have alienated powerful figures, leading to his removal from the Creed franchise. What does this have to do with Jim Carrey? Jim Carrey, like Sylvester Stallone, has been vocal about his concerns regarding the Hollywood industry's influence on audiences. However, Carrey has taken a more aggressive approach, openly criticizing his peers and superiors, and even suggesting government involvement in manipulating public opinion. His outspokenness has placed him at risk of facing similar challenges to those encountered by Stallone. How would Carrey even know all of this? You could argue that his awareness may have come from the decades he's invested in portraying varying characters in Hollywood, but Jim's consistency with passing cryptic messages about his line of work might beg to differ. Despite his vocal activism, Jim Carrey has faced significant challenges and personal tragedies due to his efforts to expose the industry. However, these setbacks have not deterred him from his mission. In recent years, Carrey has encountered a new set of unexpected challenges that could potentially jeopardize his ongoing activism. All everyone is asking right now is, what happened to Jim Carrey? Did the industry finally catch up to him? Or has he decided the fight is a lost cause? These questions make up why someone like Sylvester Stallone's life might have been the most glaring warning sign to Carrey about the world that awaited him after spilling the beans on Hollywood. But this is only where the story of these men begins. As previously mentioned, it may not be able to tell because of how widely different their character portrayals are, but Jim Carrey and Sylvester Stallone have a lot in common. Both Stallone and Carrey have been involved in efforts to challenge the Hollywood industry, and both have faced significant personal losses as a result. Sylvester Stallone's journey to Hollywood was marked by significant adversity. Even after achieving success in the film industry, Stallone faced numerous personal challenges and family tragedies. These experiences have shaped his belief system, leading him to focus on creating stories with meaningful messages. However, this approach has often clashed with the priorities of Hollywood decision makers. While the disdain for his work may have been more subtle in the past, it became increasingly apparent as his movie roles began to diminish. The final straw came approximately 2 years ago when he was removed from a prominent franchise that had been a significant part of his career. Sylvester Stallone has expressed frustration over not owning the rights to the Rocky franchise. He conceived the idea for the character in 1976, wrote a 90-page script in just 3 days, and starred in the titular role. In a 2019 interview with Variety, Stallone discussed the challenging circumstances surrounding his involvement in the franchise. He said, "I have zero ownership of Rocky. It was shocking that it never came to be, but I was told, hey, you got paid, so what are you complaining about?" In 2022, Stallone voiced his anger about the rights once again, this time by taking to Instagram to critique producer Irwin Winkler. He wrote, "It ain't shrugged. After Irwin controlling Rocky for over 47 years, and now Creed, I really would like to have at least a little of what's left of my rights back, before passing it on to only your children. I believe that would be a fair gesture from this 93-year-old gentleman. This is a painful subject that eats at my soul because I wanted to leave something of Rocky for my children. In an interview with The Hollywood Reporter, Stallone explained what triggered his Instagram outburst. They wanted another Rocky, and I was willing to do it. But I said, after 45 years, can we change the playing field a little bit? Level it out? In the end, he asserted, the answer was no. Following that interaction, it was revealed that his staunch pushback against the narratives being promoted by Hollywood might have been responsible for that resounding no, something Jim Carrey also seems to be experiencing. Carrey, the legendary actor, has finally opened up about the twisted reality the entertainment industry has built around us. He believes that our values have been deformed over time as the higher-ups worked on preaching their agendas to the younger generation. He seems to believe it has come to a point where even our imagination is ruled by them. Jim Carrey has suggested that the entertainment industry may be subtly manipulating audiences to accept certain perspectives and beliefs. His decision to speak out on controversial topics like sedition, despite the potential consequences, demonstrates his courage and commitment to his principles. Carrey has also mentioned the experiences of forgotten stars who may have been victims of the industry's manipulative practices. While it is clear that many in the audience understood the truth of his statements, there was no visible show of support.